He wasn't born into fame, yet there was always an intensity about him, a rare combination of intelligence, emotional depth, and quiet screen magnetism that made audiences pay attention. Bugra Gulsoy didn't just step into Turkish entertainment. He built a multidimensional career, transforming his creative curiosity into one of the most respected acting journeys of his generation. You're watching Celebrity Fandom. If you're into deep dives on star journeys, lifestyles, and the real stories behind the spotlight, hit subscribe now and stay tuned for more. Bugra Gulsoy was born on February 22, 1982, in Ankara, Turkey. Long before primetime television and film premieres, he was drawn to storytelling in many forms. He studied architecture at Eastern Mediterranean University, but creativity kept pulling him toward the stage and camera. During his university years, he became actively involved in theater, co-founding a drama community and participating in short film projects that sharpened both his technical and emotional understanding of performance. His early television appearances introduced him to viewers, but it was his role in the hit drama Fatma Gül'ün Sükûn'u that significantly expanded his recognition. Portraying Vural, a complex and morally conflicted character, Bugra delivered a performance layered with vulnerability and tension. The series achieved massive domestic and international success, placing him firmly on the radar of global audiences. Rather than staying within one type of role, Bugra consistently sought variety. He gained widespread acclaim for his lead performance as Yune Tekinoglu in Kizim, where he portrayed ambition, inner conflict, and emotional fragility with striking realism. He later demonstrated range in projects such as Ask Yeniden, balancing humor with heartfelt sincerity, and continued expanding his dramatic depth in Kizim, a series that resonated strongly with international viewers. Bugra's approach to acting reflects a thoughtful and analytical mindset. He gravitates toward psychologically layered characters, often exploring themes of morality, ambition, and redemption. Instead of repeating familiar formulas, he embraces transformation, allowing each role to reveal a different dimension of his craft. Off-screen, Bugra's public image blends sophistication with artistic depth. Beyond acting, he is also a writer and filmmaker, further demonstrating his commitment to storytelling from multiple perspectives. He maintains a balanced lifestyle, valuing privacy while remaining present at key cultural and industry events. His calm demeanor and articulate communication style reinforce his reputation as both professional and intellectually engaged. His personal life has occasionally attracted media attention, including past relationships and fatherhood, yet he consistently keeps the focus on his creative work rather than public speculation. That discretion has strengthened his credibility within the industry. Bugra's influence now extends far beyond Turkish television. With strong international distribution of his series and a growing global fan base, he has become one of Turkey's most recognizable male actors. His estimated net worth reflects years of steady work across television, film, endorsements, and creative ventures, built through consistency and strategic choices. What truly sets him apart is depth. From architecture student to actor, from morally complex antagonist to emotionally layered leading man, Bugra Gulsoy continues to evolve. He values longevity over hype, substance over surface, and growth over comfort. As of 2026, Bugra Gulsoy stands not only as a leading actor, but as a symbol of versatility and intellectual artistry in modern Turkish entertainment. That wraps up today's feature. If you enjoyed this content, like the video and subscribe to Celebrity Fandom for more in-depth celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. He wasn't born into fame, yet there was always a quiet intensity about him, a mix of restraint, depth, and screen magnetism that naturally drew attention. Burak Deniz didn't rush into the spotlight. He earned his place, shaping a career built on emotional realism and deliberate choices rather than instant stardom. You're watching Celebrity Fandom. If you're into deep dives on star journeys, lifestyles, and the real stories behind the spotlight, hit subscribe now and stay tuned for more. Burak Deniz was born on February 17, 1991, in Istanbul, Turkey. His path toward acting began far from overnight recognition. He studied art history at Kanakhale Onsekiz Mart University, a background that subtly influenced his understanding of character, emotion, and visual storytelling. Acting entered his life not as a shortcut to fame, but as a craft he approached with patience and seriousness. His television journey started with early roles that allowed him to build experience quietly. However, it was his breakthrough role as Murat Sarselmaz in Ask Laftan Anlamaz that pushed him into mainstream recognition. The series became a massive success both in Turkey and internationally, showcasing his ability to balance charm, vulnerability, and emotional nuance within a romantic narrative. Rather than staying confined to lighthearted roles, Burak deliberately expanded his range. He took on darker, more psychologically complex characters in projects like Bizim Haikai, where he portrayed Bari's Aktan, a role that demanded emotional restraint and internal conflict. His performance resonated deeply, proving his strength in grounded, socially driven storytelling. His evolution continued with Marasli, where he embodied a hardened former soldier shaped by trauma and loyalty. The role highlighted his ability to carry intensity without exaggeration. Later projects such as Yerim Kalan Askler and Samarin further demonstrated his willingness to explore unconventional narratives and layered personalities. Burak's approach to acting reflects intention. He avoids repetition, choosing roles that challenge him emotionally rather than relying on formulas that guarantee popularity. This balance between mass appeal and artistic depth has helped him remain relevant as audience expectations continue to evolve. Off-screen, his public image remains controlled and understated. He avoids excessive exposure, allowing his work to speak louder than his private life. His lifestyle reflects simplicity and discipline, with a focus on mental clarity, fitness, and personal space. Fashion-wise, Burak Deniz carries a modern, effortless style. Whether attending international events or appearing casually, he favors clean silhouettes and understated confidence, reinforcing an image that feels authentic rather than curated. While his personal relationships have occasionally attracted public attention, he consistently redirects focus toward his professional journey. Within the industry, he is known as focused, respectful, and deeply invested in understanding the psychological layers of his characters. As of 2026, his estimated net worth reflects steady success through television, streaming projects, and selective brand collaborations. More than financial growth, he has built strong credibility as a dependable lead capable of carrying emotionally demanding stories. What sets Burak Deniz apart is restraint. He doesn't chase visibility. He builds presence. His performances rely on silence, expression, and emotional control, qualities that leave a lasting impact rather than instant spectacle. From romantic leads to intense dramatic roles, Burak Deniz's journey is defined by progression, not repetition. His rise reflects discipline, thoughtful choices, and a clear commitment to longevity. As of 2026, Burak Deniz stands as one of Turkish television's most compelling actors, grounded, evolving, and built to endure. That wraps up today's feature. If you enjoyed this content, like the video and subscribe to Celebrity Fandom for more in-depth celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.